RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 5, Amity is officially released, so let me break it down for you. So Amity is ready to go. They can get their message out to the internet, no problem. But here comes Cinder. Will she be a disappointment or will she be different? The answer is disappointment. Nothing has changed. We get a lot of flying around by the two maidens. Very engaging. But even when Penny proceeds to have all four limbs occupied, trying to save the structural integrity of Amity, Cinder still cannot manage to do anything. She attacks Penny with her crotch, which I guess, lucky Penny. But this was also somehow the most effective attack she had the entire fight. Even with Emerald trying to cheat and do the illusion thing, Cinder still gets rolled. But that's not even the worst part. Neo versus Maria is so terrible. It is an embarrassment of a fight, and to call it a fight is insulting. I don't even like Neo that much, but holy fuck, they did her so dirty. Just look at these scenes, dude. Listen, we all know Neo has been nerfed to oblivion already, but oh my god, this is sad. Maria's not even looking at her half of the fight and laughing and still walking all over her. And before you say, she's a veteran, Maria's 178 years old and can hardly walk. But her senses and her semblance. She caught a lemon. That's all we've seen her do as an old lady. Yes, for an old person, catching an object is impressive. But she hasn't fought yet, and this is her first fight, and this is what she can do? They never established what old Maria could do in terms of combat prior to this. And one's senses and physical capability are fundamentally two separate things. Neo is supposed to be fast and quick, but instead she's clunky and slow, like she's wielding a great sword. Oh, and I swear they're just trying to give her this running gag of getting interrupted when she's going to kill someone on the floor. They're trying to turn her into a joke, unironically. Neo was the straight man to Roman's funny man, but now that he's dead, Neo's been turned into the funny man to Cinder's straight man. They did Neo so dirty here. I'm sorry if you like her, because the show does not. It was bad. So of course the villains lose. What a surprise. Next thing you're gonna tell me is that RWBY likes giving motivational speeches. Oh. So Amity gets brought back up for RWBY's motivational speech to get delivered. It's sent to all of Remnant, including Mantle, where they're dying. They don't have fire, but they got internet. That'll keep them alive. And the message gets sent to everyone we know and kind of know, and sometimes don't know at all. All of which can be helpful, like Jean's sister and Sun and Neptune. They ran off and became giants as tall as the mountains. Ilya and Gira, who've never met RWBY. Glinda, looking about 20 years younger and like a milk truck. And Tai Yang, doing what he does best, sitting on his couch. All just the perfect team to take down Salem. With their forces combined, truly nothing can stop them. Here's the fundamental difference that is ultimately going to affect nothing whatsoever in terms of RWBY's speech. What is ultimately not going to be acknowledged is RWBY telling everyone about Salem and Ironwood telling everyone about Salem are very different. Ironwood is a figurehead. He is the leader of a military, the military, actually. So people know who he is, and he can be seen as a credible source. Whereas RWBY is a high school girl who doesn't have a reputation at all, anywhere. She doesn't even show footage of the space whale. She just stood in front of the camera and was like, "Hi, I'm RWBY, a high school girl. There's an evil grim lady, immortal by the way, seeking to control the power of the elements. Also, the entirety of Atlas is under attack and we need your help. I'm not gonna show you any of it, but trust me, come on down to help us." Like, RWBY, you gotta show something. Otherwise, it's gonna be labeled as crazy Florida high school student on too much dust. Half of the people shown are in Atlas and Mantle and are already fully aware of the shit situation they're in, and the other half don't even know who RWBY is. Ilya and Gira have never met her. Gira was literally calling Ilya to tell her that the girl they just saw was the leader of Blake's team. What, are they gonna drag in all of the Faunus into this? RWBY hasn't done anything for them. Also, RWBY brings up Theodore from Shade in Vacuo. We haven't even been there yet. That headmaster is literally just like, who the fuck are you? And what's Ty gonna do? He's been sitting on that couch for the past 18 years waiting for the plot to come to him. And even when it did, he just had Crow deal with it. I swear, if they think this is their Avengers Assemble moment, holy fuck, it's gonna be the saddest thing I've ever seen. It's like 9 years too soon. Also, where's Team Funky? It's irrelevant, but I was thinking, what, they just show up last volume and disappear into the wind because they served their cameo appearance and you had no reason to use them? Yeah, okay. Anyway, Penny gets hacked and Ironwood gets mad and throws his phone at Watts. Pure plot convenience. As Watts takes the phone, that's sad that they had Ironwood throw his phone like an upset preteen. Even Watts manages to bat it away, and it doesn't even hurt his hand. What does that phone weigh? Like 15 ounces? It breaks pretty easily for lacking weight. How is this what moves the plot forward? Also, there's a River of Grimm now, but the Grimm still suck, so who cares, because they're not the dog Grimm. Probably the only good thing about this episode was Penny. She really is, like Ironwood last volume, carrying this season. Initially, Pietro peeved me because I was like, oh, he's gaslighting her too. But it's different in his case because he's like her dad and he actually does care about her, which is the first time it's happened to Penny this volume, by the way. He's the first character who, when he says, I care about you, it actually feels real and non-manipulative. But it does sometimes come off as manipulative from him. But like I said, it's because he's her dad, and it's sort of his kind of role and nature to overprotect her and stop her from doing things that even have an inkling of danger to them. So Penny had some good moments individually. Also, there's this exchange between Cinder and Penny where Penny questions why Cinder serves Salem, which she says she doesn't, and Cinder brings up how Penny only serves because she's programmed to. And Penny has this line which is not great, which she says she chooses to fight for the people who care about her, which isn't exactly what you'd want to hear from the Protector of Mantle, because what if people hate you? I mean, a lot of people already do because they think you murdered some folk. You just not gonna protect them? I mean, Penny just needs to go rogue. Fuck Mantle, fuck Atlas, fuck everyone literally trying to gaslight you. Just become a wanderer. Also, the whole Cinder saying she serves no one, that bending of the knee would beg to differ. Also, that's gonna be a little awkward when you're back at Space Whale HQ. Salem just needs to kill Cinder. She's so useless. But that's probably not gonna happen because Cinder's probably just gonna betray Salem and she's probably gonna get away with it because if there's one group the villains can get a win over, it's the fucking villains. Anyway, moral of the episode is that crotch attacks are highly effective.